Success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up. On a mission so strong that obstacles like failure and loss only act as motivation. I mean, like, no one has the power to shatter your dreams unless you give something's telling me to stop. I never do that in the name of love until I've given it my all and it just ain't enough. See, even if it's getting realer than they say it was, straighten up. Who's afraid of what? Play it, get involved. Nah, you work hard till you're better off. 24/7, 365, never off. Look at me, I'm nocturnal, I don't sleep. My eyes heavy bags and crow's feet, but I won't be stopped. I go from tragedy to majesty. The victory has been woven into my tapestry. My adversaries not cut from the same flag as me. That's why the champion's gonna be who it has to be. This ain't the type of opportunity that disappears. I made it here because I shed blood, sweat, and tears. To get the title I forever have my sights on. This is where I become an American icon. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. Listen, forward motion never fail. I learned to hustle as part of a cautionary tale. Hard work is something I know very well. A lesson and a blessing out of each and every L. I ball, I fell in love with the game and never looked back. My foundation and frame, they never shook that. Been trailblazing my name into the book that represent all the champs who had a chance and took that. And laser focus is the reoccurring theme, forever coming to me like a reoccurring dream. If we weren't kings, we'd probably be swimming upstream, trying to make the devil come clean for the umpteenth. You know me as the global dean from the noble team. So convene and the whole regime shall be overseen. I'm a pillar like a column in the pantheon. Competition, I can't see them, I'm champion. Yeah. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions.
I'm gonna prove that I'm the champion. And if it's something I can't do, well then it can't be done. And I ain't saying I don't lose, I'm saying I'm the only one. But if it's either I or you, the best believe it's only gonna be one. True champion.
If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions.
Welcome to Across the Goal Line. I am your host, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Luke Austin. It is late Saturday night, the night before WWE Clash of Champions. Just got done watching some football. Actually, there still is a football game on. The last bowl game of the first day of the bowl season, the Camellia Bowl. Arkansas State just scored. There's about 5 minutes left to go in the game. Middle Tennessee State is up 35-29 at the moment, bearing a extra point or a 2-point conversion for Arkansas State. But all the other bowl games are over, and both the NFL games, Arkansas State is kicking an extra point as I speak, and they made it, so it's 35-30. But all the bowl games are over for the first day of the 2017-18 bowl season, and both NFL games are over. The Lions defeated the Bears, and the Chiefs just defeated the Chargers about 10-15 minutes ago. So both the home teams won in the NFL today. College football bowl games were pretty good, I thought. I'll talk more about those in the next college football video, which won't be until 2018, as I'm going to let all these bowl games play out. As I said in my bowl games preview, that would be the last video for college football of the year, as I'm going to let them all play out and see how I do, and then preview the national championship game, because by then, after New Year's Day, we'll know who's playing each other, whether it be Alabama and Georgia, or Oklahoma and Clemson. Whatever the matchup is in the college football playoff national championship game, we'll know after January 1st, as Oklahoma's playing Georgia in the Rose Bowl, and Alabama's playing Clemson in the All-State Sugar Bowl. But first day bowl season, pretty good. Both NFL games on a Saturday, are also over. Games tomorrow, big matchup between the Pats and Steelers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And then Monday Night Football, obviously, the next to last Monday Night Football game. I talked about all this in my college football bowl predictions and the NFL Week 15 predictions that are here on Across the Goal Line's YouTube channel. So just go to the channel. Links are down in the description below for everything: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all social media. So just be sure to scroll down and click on the link and go check out those other videos. I really don't want to talk about football right now. As I said, it's late Saturday night, about midnight on the East Coast, and I am sitting here recording an episode of Across the Goal Line to preview WWE Clash of Champions 2017, which will be held tomorrow night, December 17th, 2017, from the TD Garden, home of the Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, in Boston, Massachusetts. This is a SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view, the first SmackDown Live pay-per-view since Hell in a Cell at the beginning of October, middle of October, which saw Kevin Owens defeat Shane McMahon in that Hell in a Cell match. Sami Zayn helped his best friend, Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens defeated Shane McMahon. And now get to the match. Should be the main event, Clash of Champions. I'll get to that match here at the end of the show here. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to team up against Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura in a tag team match, and Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, both commissioners and general managers from SmackDown Live, will be the special guest referees. And if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose, they will be fired by the WWE. We've seen this before. People have lost, but they end up coming back the next night, a week later, whatever the case was, or whatever the case may be. So I don't really see them firing Owens and Zayn, even if they do lose, because they're just too popular of superstars at the moment. They'll figure something out. I really don't see them losing this match anyway. I think they'll win. I'll get to that later though, so did spoil it there just a little bit, but oh well. Other matches, got a pre-show match as usual. There's normally either one or two depending on the pay-per-view, but this is a SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view on the WWE Network for only $9.99. If you haven't subscribed, go do so. But there's only one pre-show match for Clash of Champions, and then we got a decent card, I think. Got a WWE Championship match, got the United States Championship match, got a Women's Championship match, tag team, and then a regular tag team. So it's the basic matches that we see basically every pay-per-view, and throughout every single week in the WWE, whether it be on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. It's just the life of professional wrestling, and it's just how the business is. But first match I'll get into the pre-show match, singles match, in a match between two former tag team partners, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, formerly both of the Hype Bros, an underrated tag team, I thought, but then Mojo decided to turn heel on Zack Ryder after Ryder came back from injury. They let it play out a little bit. A couple months went by, but now Mojo has turned. At least they're getting some TV time, and at least they're getting a match on a pay-per-view. There's, guys on both Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I mean, it's developmental, but as long as they're, that aren't getting, TV time or matches on pay-per-views. So at least they are, whether it's doing this or, whatever the case may be. Dolph Ziggler is a perfect example. He's been floating around for the past how long, but he's still on TV. He's still doing work. So it's not like he's not doing anything at all. But Mojo finally turned on Zack Ryder. I think he'll win. I think Ryder's career is, dwindling down some. He's been in the WWE how long? We've seen recently WWE has released, or I should just say released, superstars that have been around a while that have either, come down with an injury as of late or just really aren't doing anything. And I could see the next round of releases, I could see Zack Ryder's name being on that list. Now, he is a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong on that, but it's just he's been floating around a while, and I think his time will be coming to an end soon in the WWE, and this match will let Mojo get over, the former NFL player for the Packers and Cardinals, have him get over more, and he'll hopefully stay hype. But Mojo will beat Zack Ryder, and then Zack Ryder will, in the future, near future, will, I think, be one of those releases that a lot of people seem to be shocked about, but at the same time, a lot of people, have or would have, saw that coming. But he is a good wrestler. He would do good on the independents. Better. There's a lot of guys that do better on the independents than up in the WWE on the main roster. But as I said, would you rather get TV time and just do stupid shit, or would you, rather be released out of your contract if you're not doing anything, and go make some money on the independent circuit, make a name for yourself again? But just a little thought. I know I'm rambling on. As I said, it's late. I'm tired. Watch football all day. So next match I will preview will be, what one do I want to do next? Let's see what one I want to do next. I have these. That was my chair, if you heard that. It's squeaky. I should put some WD-40 on it, but oh well. Let's see what the next match I want to do, because I have I have the video already laid out. I'm just gonna I'm recording here, and then I'm gonna put the audio in it and go and edit. I'll probably be up late. I've recently haven't been able to sleep, so next match I want to do is the tag team match between the defending champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. They'll be defending their titles against the New Day, Big E, Kofi, or Xavier Woods. Shout out to Up Up Down Down. You guys produce great videos. And then Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable and Rusev and Aiden English. I like the whole Rusev Day thing that's been going on. Chad Gable's just been floating around seems like ever since he's been brought up from NXT, whether or not he was still with Jason Jordan or not, and the thing with just adding another African American to his tag team, whether he was a lighter skin or a dark skin, but and I'm not being racist by any means, but Shelton Benjamin, I liked him when he was in WWE before, and they finally brought him back, and I was happy about that. But he's just floating around. But as I said earlier, at least they're getting time on TV. So I like the whole Rusev Day thing. Don't like it with Aiden English. He's been floating around ever since they released his former tag team partner. The Vaudevillains never got going up on the main roster after they got brought up from NXT. Either, I thought, but it's going to either be the Usos retaining or the New Day getting the titles back. I could really care less. I'm going to pick the New Day, though, to defeat those other tag teams, the Usos, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, and Rusev and Aiden English. Next is the Lumberjack Women's Championship match. I don't know the last time they had a Lumberjack match for the WWE Women's Championship, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, but Charlotte Flair will be defending her title against Natalya. Lumberjack match, as I said. So all the other SmackDown Live women will be lumberjacks standing outside the ring, and if they feel the right to throw whoever gets thrown out back in, they can do that. But I could see Charlotte retaining, but if you remember, Carmella is still the Money in the Bank contract winner for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. She won that at Money in the Bank over the summer. She still has that briefcase. She still has that contract. Ellsworth got released. They did away with that. But Carmella still has that contract to cash in whenever she feels the right to, and I think she'll do that on Sunday. I think whoever wins, I'm going to pick Charlotte just to retain, but then I think Carmella's going to cash in because it's a lumberjack match, and then we got all these other women going to be mad and pissed off that she cashed in, but she has the right to because she won the SmackDown Live Women's Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank over the summer. So Charlotte wins, Carmella cashes in. Next match is, we got 7 matches on the night. Next match then, the United States Championship between the champion Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. I think this will be a perfect opportunity to put the United States title on Bobby Roode. Clash of Champions, a old WCW pay-per-view back in the day. They brought it back last year. This is the second. Used to be called Night of Champions in the WWE, but they changed the name last year to Clash of Champions. Second year now for Clash of Champions. Bobby Roode, he's been a guy who's been on the independent circuit, and especially in TNA. I know WWE's going to try to want to stay away from that as much as they can. Maybe his old tag team partner in TNA comes to WWE, returns to WWE. James Storm, his former tag team partner in Beer Money. If you are a true wrestling fan, a diehard wrestling fan, you know that James Storm debuted in NXT, wrestled on 2 NXTs back in October 2015, I think it was, and then he went back to TNA at the start of the 2016 calendar year, and now he's currently done with TNA, so maybe WWE brings him back, and maybe he interferes, costs Bobby Roode the match for the United States Championship, and then maybe we get a feud with two former Beer Money tag team partners. I'd like that. I like Beer Money in TNA, but it's hard to say. I doubt the WWE will. It'd be nice to spice things up, especially I think right now SmackDown Live. I know it's only 2 hours, but they could use some new superstars, some new faces. Mike Bennett and Maria are still part of the WWE. If you forgot about them, Maria's pregnant, but Mike's been in and out of rehab, so that's why I haven't seen him. Another guy from TNA, so maybe they've communicated and talked a little bit, and obviously James Storm is friends with Bobby Roode. Obviously the tag team in TNA, as I said, Beer Money, but I think this would be perfect. Old pay-per-view, not normally what WWE would do, and trying to connect the past with what's going on now. But Bobby Roode, I think, should win. I don't think he will, but he should. And you put the title on him, have this feud if they bring Storm in, Ziggler, Corbin, whatever, and then have Roode be the U.S. champion there for a while, and then eventually drop it and get into the WWE Championship picture, or have him go to Raw, or whatever. But for now, I think it'd be best if they put the title on Roode. So I'm going to pick Bobby Roode, but I don't think it's really actually going to happen. But we'll see. I don't know the odds, and I doubt there is any odds. James Storm, debuting Clash of Champions or whatever, but I like I said, I'd really, really like that. I know I'm going on here, but oh well. I don't really care if you guys, are still listening. You are. If you're not, oh well. But next match. So I'm gonna take Roode over the champion, Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Tag team match next. The Fashion Police, Breezango, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze are going up against Harper and Rowan, now known as the Bludgeon Brothers. But I don't even think they've lost to Middle Tennessee State. Throw this in here. They just defeated Arkansas State in the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. So don't remember who I picked in that game. I think I picked Middle Tennessee State. As I said, stay tuned. Next Culture Bowl video, I'll tell you who I picked in that game, or you can go listen to it in the preview and see who I picked. But I don't have all that in front of me. But the Bludgeon Brothers, I don't think they've lost since they debuted a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. But they've only been facing some local wrestlers, independent guys, jobbers, as what WWE and wrestling fans like to call them. But now they're going up against Breezango, the Fashion Police, in a match that was brought up and challenged by the Fashion Police. So we'll see how this goes over. It's probably going to be a squash match. So I'm gonna pick the Bludgeon Brothers because I think it will be a squash match, but we'll see. What's next? We got a couple more matches to predict here. We got 2 more matches. So 2 is a couple, so I was right there. The WWE Championship match, and I'm doing these matches in the order I think they'll go through the night. And if they are, if it does happen, it happens. I really don't care, but in my opinion, this is how I think matches should go. Next match, though, WWE Championship match between the champ AJ Styles, a phenomenal one, and the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. Singh brothers will be ringside, as far as I know. WWE might come out and say tomorrow, Sunday. Well, it is Sunday now. It's after midnight. That they're banned from ringside or whatever, but they'll probably cost Jinder the match. They have in the past. I think they'll do it again, so I'm going to take AJ to retain finally get this whole feud with the Indian, the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal, done and over with. AJ can move on to bigger and better things. So I'm going to take AJ. And then the last match, as I try to wrap things up here, as I said, it's late. Just broke the 21-minute mark. And I got to go through and edit all this and then get it out to all my listeners, or everybody who listens to a sports podcast. All my listeners, I'll say, here on YouTube. And thank you guys for listening. But final match for Clash of Champions 2017 is that tag team match with the two special guest referees, the commissioner Shane McMahon of SmackDown Live and the general manager of SmackDown Live, Daniel Bryan. He has supposedly been cleared to wrestle again. We'll see. I think this is probably the first step, though, of that. If they have, you got to get them back into the game somehow, and special guest referee is, probably the right first step. But as I said in the Survivor Series preview at WrestleMania, Survivor Series preview, I said at WrestleMania I could see a match between Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan with the tensions that have been going on. This is probably going to be another step towards that, I think. One special guest ref will, count quick. The other one will count slow. The one that's going to count quick is probably going to be DB, just because Shane hates Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, because this goes back to Hell in a Cell, because Sami cost Shane the match against Kevin. But we'll see. But like I said, I could see two matches at WrestleMania. The other one was Triple H and Kurt Angle, because on the Raw side of things, we're probably going to have some tension between Stephanie and Kurt, and then Triple H is going to come out and all this other shit. It's always like this. It's storytelling. You gotta go by this, and I think there's a good possibility that it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If WWE decides to do something else. But I would, and it goes back to Survivor Series. When I previewed Survivor Series, I said this: 2 matches at WrestleMania. Raw one, Triple H and Kurt Angle, and the one on SmackDown between Shane and Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. And as I said, this is probably, if Bryan has been cleared to wrestle again, this is the first step to, potentially having a match again in the WWE. But we'll see. The thing with Shane and Owens and Zayn, as I said, goes back to Hell in a Cell, cost them the match. So they hate each other. The whole "yep" movement, I really, really loved that. This past week on SmackDown Live, that was funny, and it goes back to the "yes" movement with Daniel Bryan. It's just the "yep" movement. They're doing a little spin-off of it, but who do I want to pick in this match? As Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be facing the Viper, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I really don't know. I really don't know. And hopefully you're still with me, as I said. I really don't care if you are. I'm still going to talk about what I want to talk about, and whether it makes sense to you or not. As I said, I could care less. Hopefully you are still listening, and hopefully you enjoy listening and getting my thoughts and opinions on football and wrestling. But I really don't know who I want to pick in this match. I'm going to take Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then that gets to Shane more, and then he gets mad at his general manager Daniel Bryan. If they've cleared him to wrestle, they've cleared him to wrestle, and then we hopefully, knock on wood, get a match. between Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 34, or maybe even a Thriller Rumble. I think they should probably save it for WrestleMania, but yeah, I'm gonna take Owens and Zayn, and hopefully they win. That'd be nice, but we'll see how things work out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. As I said, I've been rambling on. If it got to you, if you're mad at me, I'm sorry. I really don't care though. Deep down, I really don't. So hopefully you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have listened to Across the Skull Line before, and you've liked videos in the past, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to follow and like Across the Goal Line on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with questions of the day and new posts. So, see everybody later.
Success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up. On a mission so strong that obstacles like failure and loss only act as motivation. I mean, like, no one has the power to shatter your dreams unless you get something's telling me to stop. I never do that in the name of love until I've given it my all and it just ain't enough. See, even if it's getting realer than they say it was, straighten up. Who's afraid of what? Player, get involved. Nah, you work hard till you're better off. 24/7, 365, never off. Look at me, I'm nocturnal, I don't sleep. My eyes heavy bags and crow's feet, but I won't be stopped. I go from tragedy to majesty. The victory has been woven into my tapestry. My adversaries not cut from the same flag as me. That's why the champion's gonna be who it has to be. This ain't the type of opportunity that disappears. I made it here because I shed blood, sweat, and tears. To get the title I forever have my sights on. This is where I become an American icon. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. Listen, forward motion never fail. I learned a hustle is part of a cautionary tale. Hard work is something I know very well. A lesson and a blessing out of each and every L. I ball, I fell in love with the game and never looked back. My foundation and frame, they never shook that. Been trailblazing my name into the book that represent all the champs who had a chance and took that. And laser focus is the reoccurring theme, forever coming to me like a reoccurring dream. If we weren't kings, we'd probably be swimming upstream, trying to make the devil come clean for the umpteenth. You know me as the global dean from the noble team. So convene and the whole regime shall be overseen. I'm a pillar like a column in the pantheon. Competition, I can't see them, I'm champion. Yeah! If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions.
But I'm gonna prove that I'm the champion. And if it's something I can't do, well, then it can't be done. And I ain't saying I don't lose, I'm saying I'm the only one. But if it's either I or you, the best believe it's only gonna be one. True champion.
If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If